Okay, so here's what I do when high-impact economic news comes out, such as NFP or CPI. If you haven't heard yet, I came out with a tool called News Hunter, which is basically an automated system that allows you to take advantage of those crazy spikes that we see in the markets during those news releases. So let's talk about exactly what I do step by step. First of all, why do I choose to trade the news? Well, it's because these are some of the most predictable spikes in the market. Yes, there's a lot of volatility. Yes, spreads explode, but they are predictable. So therefore, I try to use these spikes to my advantage. So first off, when am I going to use it? Well, I'm going to be using this on pairs such as EUR, USD, USD, JPY, and gold. Why these three? Well, these are the most liquid instruments in the market. Therefore, they have the highest chance of moving during the news. Not only that, but they tend to be leading indicators. So if you want to get ahead of the game, if you want to find out what the market is going to do next, these are great instruments to use. So keep that in mind. When am I actually going to use this? Well, about 5 minutes prior to the event. So here I'm looking at the schedule. We've got a bunch of different news releases coming out today. Now, not every single one of them is created equal. So the ones that you should focus on, well, the ones that will probably cause the biggest move in the market are the non-farm payrolls, also known as NFP. Then we've got FOMC decisions. Then we have CPI, Consumer Price Index. Then we have the Bank of England decision. Then we have U.S. initial jobless claims. Then we have the preliminary manufacturing PMI, final manufacturing PMI, market manufacturing PMI. Then we have Fed balance sheet change. Then we have U.S. ISM manufacturing PMI. So yes, there's a ton of news coming out each and every day, but honestly, not every single one of them matters. The ones that really matter to me are the ones that are highlighted in red. So if you're wondering, when should I use News Hunter? Well, whenever any of these events come up, then it's probably a good idea to use News Hunter. So stick to the big guns, the big events such as FOMC decision, NFP, CPI, etc. All right, so let's say I'm using AUD/USD. What exactly am I going to do? Well, I'm going to make sure that the broker has this available. And if you want to download the tool, you're going to find the link in the description. So there is no subscription. There is no monthly fee. It's a one-time download. You install it into MetaTrader 5, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place the tool on AUD/USD. I'm going to select the time frame that I want to trade. For me personally, I like to trade on the 1-minute time frame. Then, I'm going to select the level that I want to use, and I want to place this 3 minutes prior to the event. So I'm going to put this at 7 a.m., which is 3 minutes before the event. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to click OK, and that's it. I'm done. I'm literally 3 minutes away from the actual event, and all I have to do now is sit back and wait for the magic to happen. Now, how does this work? Well, basically, it's going to place 2 orders at the same time. It's going to place a buy stop and a sell stop. So one order is going to be placed above the current price, one order is going to be placed below the current price, and whichever one of those orders gets executed, the other one is going to be canceled. So let me show you a live example on the charts so you can see exactly what happens. All right, so here we are on GBP USD on the 1-minute time frame, and we've got the NFP news coming out right here. So right before the event, I'm going to place News Hunter on it. So I'm going to drag this to the left. I'm going to open up the input parameters, and I'm going to say I want to use this 2 minutes before the actual event. So I'm going to bring this back to 8 o'clock. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to click OK. I'm going to make sure that GBP USD is selected, and I'm going to press the plus button, and as you can see, the tool just placed a buy stop order and a sell stop order at the same time. So the buy stop order is above the current price, the sell stop order is below the current price, and whichever one of these orders gets executed, the other one is going to be automatically deleted. So if the market ends up moving up, well, then the buy stop order is going to get executed and the sell stop order is going to get deleted. Same thing if the market ends up moving down, the sell stop order gets executed, the buy stop order gets deleted. So the tool just placed these two orders. All I have to do now is sit back and wait for one of these orders to get executed. Now what happens when one of these orders gets executed? Well, I'm going to show you right here on the charts. So I've got News Hunter opened up right here on GBP USD. As you can see, the tool just placed a buy stop order and a sell stop order right here. Now the market ended up moving up, so the buy stop order gets executed. But as you can see, the sell stop order is still there. So what I have to do now is delete this sell stop order. But guess what? The tool did that for me. It automatically deleted the sell stop order, leaving me with only the buy stop order. So the buy stop order gets executed. And if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see the word buy in green. That means the buy stop order is currently active. So the buy stop order gets executed. And now I'm in profit. And what happens now? Well, I close this trade manually, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line right here, wait for this trade to come back to this line, and then I'm going to close the trade. And that's it. That's how I use News Hunter. So hopefully by now you understand how I use it and when I use it. Now you might be wondering, but you didn't use a stop loss. That's correct. I did not use a stop loss, and there's a reason for that. During the news, spreads tend to explode. If you place a stop loss right below the current price, chances are you're going to get stopped out even if the trade was going to win. So I prefer not to use a stop loss when trading the news. Instead, I take manual control of my exits. So I decide where I want to take profit and I close the trade. Now I want to show you an actual result of using this tool. So here we are on USD/JPY. You can see we've got the NFP news coming out right here. So I've got News Hunter attached to USD/JPY. Let's go to the bottom left-hand corner. As you can see, the tool just placed a buy stop order and a sell stop order right here. And if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see the word buy in green. That means the buy stop order is currently active. So the market ended up moving up. The buy stop order gets executed. I'm now in profit. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line right here. I'm going to wait for this trade to come back to this line, and then I'm going to close the trade. And as you can see, the trade played out perfectly. This is what I got for that trade, 40 pips. The trade took less than 2 minutes. So hopefully you can see how powerful this tool is and how easy it makes it to trade the news. There is no more guessing. There is no more stop-loss hunting. There is no more missed opportunities. News Hunter does all the work for you. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and watch the profits roll in. If you found this video helpful, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you want to download the tool, you're going to find the link in the description. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.